Markets go lower. Bitcoin close to falling below support. Just one step away. Uniswap strives to be first, but was held back by Uni. There's something fishy about unlocking tokens. You have to beware of the bankers. Country with the highest awareness of global cryptocurrency. Not the United States, not the United Kingdom. Guess which one it is, opening up the infinite possibilities of Bitcoin's new finance. El Salvador takes two approaches. In addition to banking and finance, we have to start from the babies. Is the bull signal coming? Giant whales increase their holdings crazily. Institutions have also begun to deploy Bitcoin. Are virtual currencies protected in China? What has happened? Change the world with cryptocurrencies, get our wealth password. Let's become rich together.
Everyone has known it all along. Mainland China's attitude towards cryptocurrencies. Not friendly. China on a crypto-friendly map is a crimson heart, expressing the survival status of cryptocurrency. It's very bad there. Whether it is in 2013, issued by 5 ministries and commissions, notice on preventing Bitcoin risk, still 17 years, 7 ministries stop eco. Bitcoin mining and trading banned in 2021. In mainland China, virtual currency is defined as illegal finance. Another case, we didn't report on it a while ago. Someone borrowed hundreds of Bitcoins. If his friend wants him to pay it back, he won't pay it back. Then someone took him to court. The court finally found these hundreds of Bitcoins do not need to be returned. The reason is that it has no value and cannot be measured. It really makes people feel no reason, even if it's worthless. How do I give it to you in the first place? You take this worthless thing. How to give it back to me? No. Is there anything wrong with this? But recently, looks like mainland China attitudes towards virtual currencies. There have been some changes. Think virtual currency is a legal asset, should be protected by law. And for the case of virtual currency, it is no longer just beating him to death. What happened? Let's see together. Recently, newspaper articles of the People's Court of China, properties of virtual currency, identification and disposal of property involved in the case, caused heated discussion in society. Here, the article states that virtual currency has economic attributes attributable to property. Current legal policies, virtual currencies are not classified as illegal. Therefore, virtual currency is still legal property, protected by law. At the same time, the article suggests that the basic stance of legality, handling the money and property involved in the case, it is believed that the virtual currency involved in the case should not blindly choose to confiscate or return. Rather, they should be treated separately. The article adds, so now it seems, China is a bit. It is time to embrace the flavor of virtual currency. This is not an article published in the ordinary news. This is actually published in People's Court of China newspaper. You must know that since you care above publications of this level, to express his attitude publicly, it should be decided by the central government. You must know that if the central government did not say anything, who has the guts to be in a newspaper like this, write nice things about virtual currencies? If we combine again, events from Hong Kong is previous rather recoverable. This matter, doesn't it feel like there is a bit of an overtone? If China really opens up to virtual currencies, that means China has a population of more than 1 billion, able to buy legally and hold virtual assets. This will boost the next round of bull market. It should be a very big shock in the arm. But let us not be happy too early. According to the past year in properties, policy 180 degrees, the situation is standing and turning. It is not like we haven't encountered it before. Then what do you think? Will China gradually open virtual currency trading and for virtual assets show some support? Let us discuss it together in the comment area. Let us take a look at expressing crypto space. A few days ago, someone left a message in the comment area saying, MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor. This bull. Did you listen to this question? He wants to ask what this company does, or who is Michael Saylor. No, his problem is, what does bull mean? Okay, let me explain it to you today. Bitcoin as bulls mean those who firmly believe that the price of Bitcoin will keep rising, or investors who are optimistic about the long term, or traders. The dead long position in trading refers to optimistic about the prospects of certain cryptocurrencies, even if the price drops after buying. I would rather leave it for a few years. I won't sell immediately either. Is a long-term coin order. Investors who don't want to sell out. The corresponding one is dead short, refers to those who always think that the currency price is not doing well, even if the currency price rises. They are also the investors who keep shorting. Our program will help you sort out industry news you must pay attention to within 24 hours. I hope through the news, you will understand this track, an understanding of qualitative change from quantitative changes. Here are all the members' benefits. You can enjoy investment guide and more information. Let us survive this bear market. Let us become rich together. Okay, please like. We'll sort it out right away. 24-hour industry news you must pay attention to. Everybody knows, whether it's the northern or southern hemisphere, the boom in cryptocurrencies, it's out of control now. But the management style of the northern and southern hemispheres, regulatory track, supervision standards are not uniform. A very interesting recent survey. It said that 92% of the world's people, financial instruments for the emerging crypto race, express concern. But this enthusiasm, not evenly distributed around the world, everyone sees Europe and America, is to show a very cautious attitude towards participation. But other regions, especially Southeast Asia, South America and Africa, is to regard cryptocurrency as financial opportunity and turn over a lighthouse. Which country will stand out the most? Let's see together.
Ethereum infrastructure development company Consensus. An investigation report published on its official website stated that Americans' awareness of cryptocurrencies is high, but the enthusiasm is not high. Half of Americans once owned or currently own cryptocurrency. 43% plan to invest within the next year. In Germany, almost 90% of people heard of cryptocurrency, but only 40% of people have a deep understanding of low investment rate. Only 14% of people have owned cryptocurrency before. 16% of people currently own cryptocurrency. This situation is similar to that in the UK and Nigeria. It is the country with the highest encryption awareness in the world. 99% of the respondents said they are aware of cryptocurrency. 70% of respondents clear understanding of the basic concepts of blockchain technology. This data makes Nigeria a more prominent presence on the global stage. Showdown. For this new financial instrument, trust and dependence.
People of Nigeria, why cryptocurrency so interested? They really put cryptocurrencies as a financial opportunity and a guarantee of their lives in society. Because backward countries like Africa, their traditional financial facilities is very weak, and inflation and a currency devaluation, one deflation and one interest rate hike, you can completely loot their wealth. So more and more people are waking up, begin to rely on cryptocurrencies as a safe haven. So Nigerian citizens, already made your choice. Will the government force me to do so? Make Bitcoin your own legal currency. If we talk about Nigeria, also join El Salvador in the ranks of the Central African Republic. So at least these three countries in a legal currency system. They're an economic community, and this trend, since El Salvador, after making Bitcoin a legal tender, it's irreversible. Well, let's just take a look at El Salvador. This country in Central Africa. I've been exploring a more stable and reliable monetary system. In the process, El Salvador chooses to embrace Bitcoin, make it legal tender. This decision was made at the time, but it caused quite a stir. Especially the World Bank also issued a warning to El Salvador. So if you do this, it will lead to the collapse of the country's financial system. After all, Bitcoin's price volatility. It is indeed famous from then on El Salvador. With the reputation of the country of Bitcoin, I believe that after Europe is completed, my next stop is El Salvador. I will go and live there for a while. Take a look at El Salvador bonds, how to play in Bitcoin City. Then El Salvador until now did not stop his progress. Closest to El Salvador. Just embrace Bitcoin. Here comes another new breakthrough. Take a look.
Recent. Cuscatlán Bank in El Salvador and Agricola Bank start accepting credit card payments in BTC, debt or loan. This is undoubtedly a very interesting development because it means users' Bitcoin can be used directly to resolve credit card debt or loans. without the need for fiat currency exchange. Besides, El Salvador is still on cryptocurrency. Efforts have been made in basic education. Mi Primer Bitcoin NGO, already working with the Ministry of Education of El Salvador, cooperated to train 150 teachers. Plan in the future, introducing Bitcoin education to schools across the country.
Start with education. I think El Salvador's move. It's really encouraging. Everybody knows. We are preaching about crypto assets during so many years. Do you know what the biggest obstacle is? An investor wants to enter this field. The biggest obstacle is his cognition. Everyone sees the Salvadoran people. Bitcoin adoption is not high, just because everyone doesn't understand. What exactly is Bitcoin? Why is this something invisible and intangible? It will be valuable, but we no longer use. I am very accustomed to using you as dollars. This is for everyone to slowly understand some principles and knowledge, so only when awareness improves. To promote a new technological revolution will become easy, so Salvador has confidence in Bitcoin. How many countries can do this?
Bitcoin whales increase their holdings. Institutions enter the market by bargain hunting. Is this a signal to enter the market? Outside the name, virtual currencies are considered property, protected by Chinese law.
Bitcoin fluctuates within a narrow range for days. Everyone saw that on the night of August 31st. Quick kill quotes. The largest drop exceeded 7%, completely missed the round number mark of 26,000, oversold by 3% again yesterday. It fell to around $25,350, 0.8% down in 24 hours. Almost saw put this week. Gains gained because of Grayscale's victory in the lawsuit, completely spit it back, and Ethereum also appeared last night, a drop of more than 3%. It once approached the $1,600 mark, 24 hours down 1.1%. Bitcoin's performance in the last 2 weeks of August. There was a very big market fluctuation, but we see Bitcoin whales does not appear to have been recently. Price weakness scares off. On the contrary, it has significantly increased its holdings of Bitcoin.
Data display. Hold at least 0.1 of Bitcoin. Supply whale address. In the last 2 weeks of August, accumulated BTC holdings totaling 1.5 billion. Whale accumulation occurs in Bitcoin price, falling to 2-month lows. Data display. The giant whales after August 17, the first substantial increase in holdings. BTC plunged more than 10 at that time. Dropped below 26,000. Hits lowest level since June. This growth occurred in fund inflows from centralized exchanges, close to zero. This suggests there is institutional buying demand, not just funds transfer to exchange address.
How about it? This data at least shows whereas market confidence in Bitcoin is very powerful. Not only did it not sell, on the contrary, when the price falls, buy in bulk. Everyone knows this world. It has always the 28/20 rule. Same for Bitcoin. In the future, it will definitely be 20% of the people holds the right to speak of the entire Bitcoin, and their pricing power. And among them, miners are always godlike existence. On the other hand, this kind of accumulation behavior also happens on centralized exchanges, a situation where capital inflow is close to zero. This suggests it's not just retail investors who are buying. Corporate investors also started to enter the Bitcoin market. Then the intervention of investment institutions. It will undoubtedly give the market confidence, a new impetus. This is Media Blockchain. On Monday, September 4th, I am Michael. Let us first look at the market situation. Current price of Bitcoin. It has fallen below the round number mark of 26,000. It is currently at us $25,900. Float up and down. Very obvious. Bitcoin in grayscale. After winning the SEC lawsuit, this wave of rise already completely gone, and this breakthrough, it should have been brought by the banker through the news. An upward breakthrough. It should be a false breakthrough, so we reduced our position around 28,000. Is very suitable. Let us take a look at the energy indicators. The volume of this wave of decline is very big. It shows that the shorts is in this wave of competition. It was completely caused by being pressed to the ground and rubbed. So far, the bulls should have no energy left to look back, an important support level below. We are in the weekly review. After the end of the weekly session at 8 o'clock this morning, member exclusive weekly review. Already told everyone. If you follow our previous daily reports, we have also repeatedly emphasized. This is a very important, a gateway like a lifeline. If broken, there should be an abyss below. Okay, let's see. The securitization exchange trading volume. For consecutive months of decline, in August it was $22.1 billion in a state of depression. Last time this happened, it's still December 2020. What does this mean? The market is very bleak right now. Whether the transaction volume is decentralized or centralized, exchanges are shrinking. But to tell everyone, before every bear market bottoms out, there will be an extreme shrinkage in transaction volume. User churn, even shutdown of miners, etc. Such signs, so you see. Although the trading volume of Winswap is now shrinking, but its total transaction volume still occupied 55% of regional centralized exchanges, so decentralization is the boss. Still Winswap. But it is a pity that Winswap's token unit, not overly empowered, prices up to the start of the bear market. It's been no.
Recently, the People's Court of China published an article identification of property attributes of virtual currency and issues disposal of property involved in cases, which aroused heated discussion in society. Among them, the article stated that virtual currency has economic attributes and can be attributed to property, and the current legal policy does not characterize virtual currency as an illegal item. Therefore, virtual currency is still legal property and is protected by law. At the same time, the article proposes to deal with the money and property involved in the case based on the basic standpoint of legality, and believes that the virtual currency involved in the case should not be confiscated or returned blindly, but should be treated separately. The article also explained that virtual currency is a commodity, that my country has not completely banned virtual currency transactions, and that it does not deny the legality of virtual currency.
Okay, let's pay attention to it. Unlock stats for this week. There are 7 projects this week. Everyone must pay attention. There are Tron, Geldlux Huft, Glamour Inks. Among them, the unlocking of Inks and Huft will exceed $1 million. What is unlocking? It is the tokens that will be liberated, flow into the market, with dilute market share. After theoretically unlocking, the currency price will fall. But dealers usually take advantage of this mentality. After unlocking for a while, Stretch blew out the Air Force first, then hit the bulls again. In real, the unlocking of tokens affects the currency price. Definitely a disadvantage. Therefore, friends who trade on the short term must pay attention. Price action of these 7 tokens. At the same time, if there are some tokens, everyone found, its circulation, even its total share does not exceed 50%. So what do you mean? Explain the banker's chips. Very rich. The next sell-off. No kidding. So the best way to operate is waiting for the tokens in the hands of the dealer. Almost released. There will be no more selling pressure on the market. Buy it at this time. It will be relatively safer.
According to official news, Bitmain launches the first professional XMR mining machine X5. Enter the world of Monero mining. The price of the mining machine has not yet been announced. Will go on sale on September 5th, Beijing time. According to the official Twitter of CertiK, be wary on Platform X. False friend tech airdrop news posted by the account. Users are requested not to interact with related links. The website will be connected to a known automated coin stealing addresses, displayed according to blockchain data. Vitalik Buterin, co-founder of Ethereum, today on the Cow protocol, sold his remaining 500 MakerDAO tokens, received approximately $580,000 worth of 353 ethers. The move comes after MakerDAO co-founder Rune Christensen, CEO. This follows a blog post published on Friday. Veloce will be on September 4, 2023. Launches its utility and governance token VXD. VXD will be exclusively available on cryptocurrency exchanges. Launched on Bybit. Decentralized finance DeFi field, undergoing the end of August. Aftermath after broad crypto market rout. At present, total value locked in DeFi has dropped to February 2021. Low since second week. Approximately $37.59 billion.
It's been oscillating downwards all the time, but officials are now discussing Should we give Uni a seat? Further its status? If this comes true, then there's still room for Uni in the future.